Hey guys, today I'll be reviewing Marvel Legends, or Hasbro Marvel Legends rather, Emma Frost. Now, Emma Frost is actually a pretty decent looking figure. I picked this girl up loose for I believe $6 at my convention, and so yeah, let's get a look at her. First off, her detail, well this is all it came with, obviously didn't come with a bath or anything, but the detail on her body sculpt isn't bad, actually, for a Hasbro sculpt. The thing that really bothers me is her face. Now I'm going to get on a brief rant with it. First off, I think they made the neck a little too skinny. Maybe just make it a tad thicker. And maybe make the head a little thicker, too. I think it's just too thin. I mean, the head just looks ridiculous. It almost looks smaller than the neck. And the neck is really thin. Also, the neck looks really long as well. So it ends up making the facial features really squished together, and the head really small, and it just looks awkward on the body. Although I will say that it is nicely sculpted otherwise. There's all the nice rivets in it throughout. The X-Men symbol's clean, and the paint job isn't that bad. I just am not a huge fan of that. The hair sculpt is decent. The hair, yeah, as I said, is very decent. I can't say much more than it's okay, because I've seen better, but honestly, I don't really mind. So the face and the hair are just kind of what throws off on this figure. It comes with a cape, which is actually removable from a button on here. It's actually really hard to get back on, so I'm going to take it off for the rest of this review, but I'll show you it. You can also use it for like a custom something if you need an extra cape or something. You could probably use it, but I almost prefer my Emma Frost without this. I don't know why. This is another cool figure for me to own, since I really like the X-Men First Class movie, so it goes pretty well with Banshee as a group to kind of make like a First Class display. But the sculpt is nice. Yeah, it's just a pretty nice sculpt. They have all the nice rivets throughout everything, throughout the clothes and stuff. And the boots aren't that bad either. So the sculpt, as I said, isn't too bad. The paint apps on this guy, they're pretty good. On the hair, they're not too good. I guess the hair color is right. I would have liked some brunette highlights or something in it. The face paint isn't bad. I'll say that that's not the bad part about it. I just am not a fan of that face. Just something's off. The paint apps are nice. There's obviously, on the skin, I think the skin is a little too light. It almost just kind of looks like low quality plastic. I would have liked if it's a little bit darker, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if they highlighted in the gaps of the stomach and stuff a little clearer, it would have looked better. But yeah, otherwise it's not bad. There's a little blue in it too, which is nice, kind of like a Toy Biz technique. And that actually really helps the figure subtly. But honestly, not much you need for paint apps on this guy. I like the sculpt. It's a nice sculpt for a female. The only problem, obviously, is the head. And the paint apps, they're pretty good as well. I'm just not a huge fan of the skin tone, but although that's kind of preference. Articulation, head is on a ball joint, but not very, and also has that really forward and back look, but I can't really use it because of the long hair, which is to be suspected with most female sculpts and some male sculpts. Arms are on ball joints, no swivel, which is fine because it would probably break twice as easy if I had that swivel. Bend at the elbow, and her hand has like that joint. On the abdomen, she has a little crunch, not too bad. Legs also on ball hinged, swivel, and leg, double jointed knees, and a foot joint. So, what do I think about this figure? She's decent. I'll probably have to give her, I'll give her a 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5. Now, I know a lot of people weren't a fan of this figure, and I saw the diamond version too, which a lot of people liked more, but personally, I don't. If you want it for displays, it's probably better for displays, but if you're getting a flat Emma Frost standing on your thing, it just looks a little weird to have the diamond form, personally. And if you can get past the face a bit, like, if the face was bigger, I don't think I'd mind it as much. I'll be honest. The hair looks a little fake on it, and I guess it looks somewhat manly, but it might just because how small it is. But overall, not a terrible figure. It actually grows on me a lot. The face sculpt doesn't look as bad the more you look at it. But overall, as I said, pretty nice figure. I think I gave it a 7.5 or something like that. I don't know why I never remember that. But overall, very nice figure. Definitely something you want for your X-Men collection because it's a lot different than the blue and yellow or the black. The color scheme is a lot different. And it adds another female X-Men character into the gallery, which honestly, there are actually a lot more than most superhero teams. But still, you can always use another female character. So, that's all for today, guys.